Ladies and gentlemen, we've just begun working. We have just begun explaining to the people of Hawaii how important it is that we change and challenge the status quo, that we cannot accept schools that are second rate, that we cannot tolerate an economy that remains in the doldrums, that we need more private sector jobs, not more public sector programs. And most of all, ladies and gentlemen, we need to once again explain to the people, to explain to the establishment, to explain to all of those insiders that these seats are our seats. They're the people's seats, not the Democratic Party, not the establishment, not the insiders. So ladies and gentlemen, we got 44 days to go. Let's go to it. Mahalo and aloha.
Aloha. I'm so glad to be here because what we're seeing across this country is absolutely amazing. You saw it last night. You have record numbers of votes turning out. It's about the grassroots, it's about the passion, it's about taking back our country, and I see it everywhere I go. It is not going to be from Washington, D.C. down, it's going to be from the bottom up. And it's folks just like you that are getting together all over this country. In more than half of the states so far, the Republican primaries have set record numbers, and the Dems are staying home. Why? Because we have the answer. We have to do something about the economy. We have to do something about jobs. And we have to leave this country better off for our children and our grandchildren. And that's not what's going to happen at this point. We have done massive amounts of polling. We've done massive amounts of focus groups. And we know that the country is worried. It started out with fear and anger. The anger turned into action. So now we have angry action. That's not a bad thing at all. I want to tell you how pleased I am to be here. I think you have the best candidates that you could possibly have for Hawaii. You need a lot of help. They need a lot of help. Get out there, work for those candidates, work those phones, work your neighborhoods, talk to your friends and neighbors. But Michael Steele and I are doing that all over the country. You do have friends in Washington, D.C. I've watched what's happened in Hawaii for a very long time, and under the leadership of your 3 RNC members, Miriam and Jonah, you and Brendan, you are just having, in fact, you're probably over rewarded because you have people that everyone in this country listens to. Governor Lingle was a member of the Republican National Committee. We know her well, we understand her. Duke Iona is going to be a great governor. There you are, good morning. With Duke Iona and Lynn Finnegan, you can't lose. I'm here to help any way I can. Washington is paying attention to Hawaii. We know you can get the job done, and thank you for sending us Charles Djou. He's just amazing. So, thank you for allowing me to speak. I know that you're all here with passion after a long election last night, but thanks again, and mahalo.
Duke and Lynn, congratulations on your great victories last night. This is about unity, and I always look forward to the unity breakfast, or we've gotten better through the years by making it a brunch or a lunch so we can get a little rest. But I look forward to this day because it is a chance for all of us to get together, to be able to express to the people of Hawaii why we're the best alternative in the upcoming general election. And the basic reason why is because our candidates are superior across the board, and because our issues are ones the people care about, and our positions on those issues are the right ones. Those of you who have heard me speak before about people in the Democratic Party, you always hear me talk about them as they can be very nice people, but they just vote wrong. That's really the issue for a voter who's trying to determine who do I support. And they say, but that person's so nice, They come to my door and I see them at the Little League games in my community, and I see them at the school events. And that can all be very true, and that's wonderful that they go to school events and that they attend Little League games and that they walk door to door. But in the end, they vote wrong. And what we want to do is talk to people about the issues and our positions. You're all nice people too, they're all nice people, but you shouldn't determine who's going to lead our state on who comes to the most Little League games or who showed up at the school events. I think that's important, but what's more important is how do they actually vote when they're down there on the floor of the legislature or they're upstairs in the governor's office? What positions do they actually take when they have the authority to make those decisions?